Justice Hamza Muazu of the FCT High Court has ordered the remand of ex-CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele in Kuje prison until November 22nd. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories. At number 1, Justice Hamza Muazu of the FCT High Court has ordered the remand of ex-CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele in Kuje prison until November 22nd, pending the determination of his bail request. Emefiele faces a 6-count charge related to alleged procurement, with the original 20-count charge amounting to 6.5 billion naira has been reduced to 6 counts totaling 1.6 billion naira. Emefiele, the sole defendant, pleaded not guilty to the charges, which include the illegal purchase of 43 vehicles between 2018 and 2020 worth 1.2 billion naira, and the award of a contract for the procurement of 37 Toyota Hilux vehicles valued at 854 million naira. At number 2, the Court of Appeal in Abuja has upheld the ruling of the Election Petitions Tribunal sacking Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano State. In its judgment on Friday, the appeal court agreed with the judgment of the tribunal, ruling that the fielding of Abba Yusuf was in breach of the electoral law, as he was not qualified to contest the election. The verdict comes nearly 2 months after the Kano Governorship Election Petition Tribunal on September 20th sacked Yusuf, declaring the All Progressive Congress candidate Nasiru Gawuna as the winner of the March 18th election. Yusuf, who contested on the platform of the New Nigerian People's Party, was declared the winner of the election by the Independent National Electoral Commission after the poll. Similarly, the Court of Appeal Abuja Division has affirmed the victory of Bala Mohammed as the governor of Bauchi State. At number 3, the Edo State's Fertilizer and Chemical Company, Awuchi, has produced a total of 80,000 tons of NPK fertilizer and generated a total of 15 billion naira in sales turnover. The company was revived by the Governor Godwin Obaseki-led administration in 2017 with a public-private partnership arrangement with Wakot Limited, an agro-input company. A representative of Edo Fertilizer and Chemical Company, Sadiq Kazim, at the Alagodaro Summit in Benin City, the state's capital, commended Governor Godwin Obaseki for creating an enabling environment for businesses to thrive in the state. At number 4, the federal government has inaugurated a procurement integrity and transparency training initiative to curb corruption in contract processes. The initiative is a partnership between the Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences. Deputy President of the Chamber, Adesoji Adesugba, said the initiative stems from past corrupt practices within procurement and related business dealings involving vendors and suppliers at different levels. Adesugba said the Chamber currently operates 4 specialized centers alongside the Secretariat. The centers are the Abuja Trade Center, Business Entrepreneur Skills and Technology Center, Policy Advocacy Center, and Dispute Resolution Center. At number 5, President Bola Tinubu has cancelled a controversial deduction of 40% of internally generated revenues from federal universities across the country. The president, who was represented by the Minister of Education Tahir Mamman, spoke on Friday at the 75th Founders Day ceremony of the University of Ibadan and described the policy implementation as ill-timed. He also maintained that it was not the best time for such a policy since the university is struggling. In his speech as a visitor to the university, Tinubu pledged his commitment to the reform of the nation's education sector as the bedrock for national development. At number 6, the Federal Judicial Service Commission has submitted a list of 22 justices from the Court of Appeal for consideration to be elevated to the Supreme Court. The nominees include 6 from the North Central region, 2 each from the South West and South region, 6 from the Southeast and 2 from the Northeast. The National Judicial Council will select 11 candidates from this list, which will then be forwarded to President Bola Tinubu for appointment to the Supreme Court bench. This move follows opening at the Supreme Court after the recent deaths and retirement of some justices, leaving the court with 10 members. At number 7, Abubakar Momo, Minister of Niger Delta Development, has inaugurated the new governing board of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC. Speaking during the inauguration on Thursday, Momo asked the new members of the board to change the negative narratives around the commission, adding that they must perform or get sacked. The minister said the administration of President Bola Tinubu is quite different and that there will be a lot of supervision and monitoring to enhance the performance. Moma said members of the board would be made to sign performance bonds during a proposed retreat for NDDC board members and the management team. At number 8, the Chinese government has said it is partnering with African countries to reduce poverty on the continent, pledging that it will not create a debt crisis for African countries. The Chinese Consul General Lagos, Yan Yuqing, made this known at the 18th China-African lecture held on Thursday at the Faculty of Arts of the University of Lagos. Yuqing said the partnership between China and African countries was aimed at reducing the poverty level on the African continent. The envoy added that the theme of the lecture, Chinese modernization and the development of Africa, was aimed at developing the Nigerian-China bilateral relations. At number 9, Malawi's President Lazarus Chakwera has decided to temporarily ban his government from traveling abroad, a measure he will also apply to himself to help his country cut spending and cope with the economic crisis. The decision was announced after the International Monetary Fund approved a $175 million loan to the small Southern African country. Mr. Chakwera, a former evangelical preacher, will therefore not be attending the COP28 Climate Summit scheduled to start in late November in the United Arab Emirates. He also ordered all members of his government currently on official travel abroad to hasten their return home, and a halving of the fuel budget for senior government officials. At number 10, Uruguay ended Argentina's 14-match unbeaten streak with a 2-0 victory over the world champions in World Cup qualifiers on Thursday as Luis Diaz scored twice to fire Colombia to an emotional 2-1 win over Brazil. Defender Ronald Araujo fired Uruguay ahead on 41 minutes before Liverpool forward Darwin Núñez made his game safe with an 87-minute goal on the counter-attack to settle a hard-fought clash at the Bombonera Stadium in Buenos Aires. It was Lionel Messi and Argentina's first defeat of the 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign and their first loss since they were stunned 2-1 by Saudi Arabia at the 2022 finals in Qatar. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.